Alright, how's everyone doing? My name is Jordan Ehrlichman. My project's on the NBA and how it makes its money. The NBA was established in 1946. The first game was in New York. Excuse me, the first game was in Toronto versus New York. Games were very cheap then, but a lot of people attended. This league established in 1946, but was also known as the Basketball Association of America. It officially got its name NBA in 1949. But however, when the league first was developed, it had two conferences and 11 teams, six in the East, five in the West. Eventually, as the leagues went on and the years went on, more teams and more cities wanted to join the NBA, especially different states, and they eventually grew to about 20 teams in the league, and more teams in the East, more teams in the West. As these years went on, we started getting players that started standing out and started doing really good, like Pete Maravich and Dave Bing and Lenny Wilkens and even Jerry West. Jerry West is actually, he's the guy on the emblem of the NBA. As more years forward, we started getting legends like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley. All these legends started doing so good that people started attending more and more games and wanted to pay as much money as possible to see these people. Just like Michael Jordan here, he got so good that he got his own shoe line and he got his own clothing line. All of this money is just revenue. Yes, it goes to the players, but it does also go to the NBA. A lot of these players get a lot of endorsements, especially Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was so popular, he brought the Bulls to 5 championships, and look at the fans in the stands, and not every seat is taken, and everyone just paid as much money as possible. Everyone paid money to come see Michael Jordan. Everyone. And he brought a lot of revenue. Same thing to go as these players. Eventually, when we hit the 21st century, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard in his prime on the Magic, all of these players people wanted to come see because they were so elite and they were so amazing with their talents. Eventually, they got so good that they started making all-star games, and they split the all-star games into like 2 or 3 days, where one day they would do three-point competition, and one day they would do slam dunk competition, and everyone wanted to come see these talents, and people got to pay to get in, which is admission, and then people want to buy gear, and people, speaking of gear, every single year their NBA All-Star jerseys will change, every single year. So people, it's always different. So everyone always wants like their favorite player every single year. And once again, this is all revenue, and in a way, it's licensed by the NBA, the jerseys, I believe, which is how the NBA gets its money. Same thing for LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant. All of these guys have endorsements with KD, I believe, is Nike. LeBron is Nike. And yeah, Nike's getting a good chunk, and the players are too, but then again, it's going to the NBA because they're sponsored. Here's James Harden. James Harden is making a killing when it comes to his contract in the NBA and when it comes to his contract with Adidas. LeBron James, I believe he has a lifetime contract with Nike. Steph Curry. Everyone loves Steph Curry, and just because he has a contract with Under Armour, he gets a lot of money. Now, here's a chart where I believe sponsorships is 9% of the revenue, media is 37%, premium seating is 18%, concessions is 12%, and tickets is 26%, because everyone wants to come see these players. And everyone not only wants to see these players in the games, but they love seeing them like on press conferences in the media after. And as people are viewing, that's just money coming into the NBA's pocket, especially because everything is affiliated with the NBA. If media press conferences are covered, it's on the NBA TV. NBA is also big when it comes to social media. They do a lot of social media awards, like the NBA TV hosts a 1 hour show which celebrates players, teams, and fans for social engagement. And they just do a lot of like awards and they help out the community and they just make a lot of people feel good about themselves. Speaking about like players, like they also like do commercials to help endorse other businesses like insurance, State Farm. They're always constantly getting different basketball players, like fan favorites, to endorse their businesses because a lot of people love these players so much that it helps out businesses and it helps out a lot of like what would you say channels like ESPN and NBA TNT. They want to see these players, so they host them on the games, and they always make it like a 8:30 game where everyone views in, and they have their highlights on the NBA TV channel. So the NBA TV channel is a whole nother thing itself. Like the NBA has gotten so big and people are following stats because fantasy and gambling that they have an NBA TV channel just like the NFL where they can cover all the highlights, and it's just really big, and you can get it through DirecTV, you can stream it, you can go on like Sling. There's a lot of like different online places that offer like apps to like, you know, catch the highlights and see like what's going on with all the NBA players. Another way of revenue is the NBA draft. They make it like a attendance where people can pay to get in, and it's not just to see players that are coming into the draft, but it's also the future. These players will do exactly what LeBron James and everyone else is doing. But thank you.